Hey everybody, how's it going out there? 2023 was a really big year for me, and taking a moment to look back, a lot happened in 2023. And I'm like, wait a minute, that started in 2023? And that, and that, and this other thing? Yeah, a lot happened. Let's start with my setup. For one, the mic stand is new, and the audio interface is new. The monitor is new, all from 2023. And my desk is new, and the towers that hold up the monitors on my desk are new. I got a Windows laptop to play Diablo 4. Ended up being a little bit of a disappointment of a game, but now I have a Windows laptop. Also interesting is what I didn't buy in 2023. I didn't buy any new cameras. I didn't buy any new tripods. I'm sticking with the basics, the fundamentals of developing my personality and how to talk before investing in super expensive equipment. Even though I know this is what I'm doing, even though I know this is what I'm supposed to do, I don't really have the budget for those things anyway, yet. So, we'll get there. We'll get there soon. But yeah, again, focusing on the fundamentals for now. Let's talk about the stream. So I stream on Twitch as Full Q Developer. I was doing live coding in January, basically every day of the week. I was working on something called FQ Auth. It was signing with Apple Server for your own little side project. There's kind of a lot of server work to do for a signing with Apple implementation, and I was making an open source version of it that started at the end of January and ended around the beginning of March. And there was one fan, of course, who was super excited about it, who's been sponsoring me and subscribing to me over it for a while, and I'm so grateful for that. But of course, that all changed in March. I needed to get a job to pay rent and all that. The streaming has not yet been able to pay the rent. Again, goals. So I had to rethink my schedule a little bit. And I ended up streaming basically only on Sundays. And I was focusing on the book The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. And that's been a life-changing thing for me. I would read a little bit on stream, and then we would talk about it. And I turned it into a podcast. It's on Apple Podcasts right now, as well as the YouTube if you want to check it out. And that's my highlight for 2023. Although there's a lot of things to be excited about, that's been the most life-changing part. And that's also been the source of, I would say, these two new, is super fans the right word? Let's go with super fans. They show up to every live taping, basically every live taping of the podcast. They chat in the chat during the podcast, and they're around during Discord throughout the week. I'm so grateful and so blessed to have them to bounce ideas off of. Man, I'm so excited. Man, just like I've been wanting to have super fans for so long, and I have 3 now. It blows my mind. I'm so grateful. How do I communicate this? I know I have something more to say than just live coding. I know I have something to say about how to live, what a good life looks like, and to have people start to kind of buy into what I'm saying, it feels good. It's like this is what's supposed to be happening. Man, so much to be grateful for. Taking a break from looking back through the year. At this time, December 2012, I was still with my ex. I was watching, we were watching the Les Mis movie, which had just come out. And man, I was in a bad place. I felt so stuck and so trapped. And the songs from the lyrics from the song "I Dreamed a Dream" just really tore me up. Like, I dreamed that God would be forgiving. There are storms that we cannot weather. I dreamed my life would be so different from this hell that I'm living. And I felt powerless about it, right? I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to navigate out. But I found a way. In April 2013, I broke up with him. I believe it was the 9th of April. Just tore off the Band-Aid. We need something else. We need something else. This is not it, what we have right now. That was a lonely summer, 2013. I did write some music though, which was a lot of fun. And I still like that music. I go back and listen to it every once in a while, actually. And then, yeah, it started to work out. Basically, 6 months to the day after breaking up with him, I had my first conversation with spouse B. And yeah, now we're married. I'm married now. That was not true 10 years ago. And she's everything to me. I love her so much. The kind of support she gives is exactly what I need. And not only that, I'm able to support her emotionally too. I'm not only present emotionally for her, I get to help her out with her emotions too. That's definitely been a lifelong dream of mine too. Growing up, looking at the men and women in relationships around me, that was something that was very important to me. So I'm very happy to say I've reached that level. Coming back to this year though, but staying on the topic of emotions, I've grown so much emotionally too this year, and I don't quite have a check-in for where I was in January. But in my therapy sessions, basically, I'm leading the session now, and I kind of reach out to my therapist when I need help during the session, which is wild. I felt I've struggled so much with my emotions all my life. So to have that kind of proficiency to navigate my emotions on my own throughout the week and in the session feels so good. I'm so proud. I love it. Let's talk about the stream a little bit more. I'm up to 243 followers on Twitch with 8 subscribers. That feels really good. There's people that like me so much, they want to pay to have more, to have the extra perks in Discord, to get to the NYC only content, in Discord, the Inner Circle chat in Discord, the Ideas channel in Discord. That feels so good. It feels so good to be appreciated. Because I know I'm gonna discover something new. 2023 was the year I started taking scenery videos. And it wasn't even that long. That was like over the summer, which boggles my mind. I feel like I've been taking those for years now. It's so much fun. I go out and I go take a walk and I set the camera down and I watch the river flow by. I watch the clouds flow by. I think my thoughts. It's so much fun. And I share them on my weekdaily streams, which also started, was it in December or late November? I play my scenery videos on Twitch and I'm around, and my subscribers and fans, they stop by and they say hi. It pumps me up. It pumps me up having people stop by to say hi to me. That's so cool. And of course I play some music. And the way Twitch is set up, I get to play copyrighted music. It doesn't have to be like non-copyrighted, because the way Twitch is set up, you can, as long as it doesn't go to the VOD, as long as it doesn't get saved, you can play whatever music you want. And that's been so much fun, sharing music with folks. This is also the 2-year anniversary of getting my keyboard. This guy is now 2 years old. And I still love it. Yeah. Full details, of course, are on my website. It's not all from one vendor. The keycaps, the key switches, everything's kind of from a different place. But the main components are from boardsource.xyz. I've bought a couple things from them, and yeah, really happy with the build quality. Okay, let's talk about Underway. Underway, of course, is the subway app for New York City that I built in 2015 and launched in 2016. And compared to last year, revenue is up 33%. I'm so proud. I'm so proud the app continues to grow and help people navigate the city. And we've grown on TikTok too. Back in January, we had 50 followers on TikTok. Now we're up to 265. So about 5 times as many followers on TikTok. And what I'm also super proud about Underway is that we had 2 big bumps this year, one in May and one in September. The one in September was actually smaller than the one in May. And the one in September, of course, is tied to when Binton McClintock featured us on his TikTok page. And of course, they were super, super grateful for his promotion. I was so generous of him. We didn't sponsor him. As he says himself, he just loves the app. And that's so cool. But the bigger bump came in May from a video that seems to be from a video that I made, talking about why we have direction labels in the app, kind of explaining the thought process behind the direction labels in the app. And that was the bigger bump of the year, something that I did. Of course, we're grateful for influencers like Benton McClintock, but our biggest bump came from me. That's so cool. That's so cool. That's so cool. I also had my second feature in iOS Dev Weekly. At WWDC this year, the Platform State of the Union started off with Swift macros. At first, I didn't quite really see the point of them, but as I looked into it more, I found that this would save a lot of code in my projects. And so I wrote 3 Swift macros, staying up till 6 a.m. some of those nights at WWDC, and it paid off. I think they're great, and iOS Dev Weekly thought so too. They listed all 3 in their WWDC recap. So looking ahead to 2024, what do I want to see? I want to help people think through things. Kind of like a producer, like Rick Rubin perhaps, but for things that are not just music or code, not just apps, for whatever folks are thinking about that they need help thinking through. I don't know if this is best going to be one-on-one, like on a video chat or in like a group setting. But that's something I would like to do. I think I would be good at it. And I think I would be happy doing it. I think I would feel fulfilled doing it. And I think some people could use that help. I want to share more of what I want to share. I've got so much that I want to share, and I'm only scratching the surface of it, which is pretty exciting. I still have not gotten to writer's block, whatever they call it. I have not run out of ideas of things to talk about yet. And I know I've got a lot more to say. But from a video perspective, the Timberborn videos have done really well on YouTube, and they were really fun to make. I could see myself making more of those. Can I continue doing Living the Creative Act, reading through The Creative Act by Rick Rubin and talking about it on Twitch? 2 p.m. on Sundays, still going to stick with that time slot, I think. And folks have been asking for live coding, so I think I'm going to try to bring that back in. We'll see how that goes. I do have some ideas there. And, of course, some unannounced projects. Yes. And what am I hoping for from the audience? I'm hoping for more follows and likes and subscriptions. And, of course, more interactions in chat and in Discord. Wishing you an amazing 2024. I hope your reflections of 2023 have been fruitful, that you've made new connections and realizations from your past into your present. Hoping for justice and peace and no more war in the world, of course. Ceasefire now. I love you all. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for going on this journey with me. I'm so excited.
Stay with you.